NBA ain't what it used to be, right? Correct. But that does not mean that the NBA is still not thriving now. In fact, the NBA is growing even more and thriving even more because of the growth of the sport globally. The average player now is better, and the play style of the league has changed and led to a better product for viewers. The growth of the sport in different parts of the world has led to foreign superstars dominating the league, like Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. And because of their domination in the league, there has been a 15% increase in European NBA League Pass subscriptions. And this also wouldn't be possible without the marketing that the NBA does with these players, but also because of these players, they have such unique playing styles that have clearly been influenced by the culture in Europe and the way they teach them at a young age. And the second reason is like back in the 90s, you could have been not the most skilled and could have still had a significant role in the league. Like you could have been 7 foot tall, and or you could have been really athletic, and you could have been a big role player for a good team. But nowadays that doesn't fly. Like 7 footers with not as much skill, they sit at the end of the bench. They're just there in case they develop a lot of skill. Nowadays you have to have a skill that you excel at, and the other skills that you don't excel at, you have to be at least decent at. You have to be at least average. And an example of the average player being better now is, according to StatMuse, there were only 14 players that averaged 20 or more points in the 1998 and 99 season, compared to the 25 players who averaged 20 or more points in the most recent season. But the biggest reason why the NBA is bigger or is still thriving now is because the game is much more three-point oriented, and it is also a lot more fast-paced. According to Statista, the NBA saw their biggest increase in revenue between the 2015 to 2017 seasons. And this was also when Stephen Curry won his 2 MVPs. And the way he played, it revolutionized the game. It brought in so many more viewers because it was just a fun style of basketball. Like the three-pointer, the way he revolutionized it, it led to more teams, and actually every team significantly increasing their usage of the shot. The three-pointer leads to a much more fun product because it does speed up the pace of the game, which ultimately leads to more fast breaks where you see more dunks, you see a three. It's just all these things that make a better product for the viewer. And to conclude, there is a reason that the NBA is continuing to grow globally and in the US more than it has ever since the Dream Team introduced basketball to the rest of the world. It's because the foreign players dominating the league, the average NBA player having more skill, and the play style of the league is just more, so it's a lot more marketable and consumable for different audiences. I urge you guys to watch the NBA this season just to enjoy and appreciate the new style of the game. Don't compare it to the 90s because it's not the 90s. It's just this is a completely new league. I mean, you're not going to fall in love with the league. You're not going to enjoy the league if you continuously compare it to the play style that made you fall in love with the game.